IBC has used television to build up boxing idols whose feet and entire bodies, save for their glass jaws, turned out to be made of clay, Mahout Kohler and his other associates have taken advantage of their far-reaching video outlet and prize hucksters to mold mastermen out of mediocrities. For example, Guy LeRose of the La Vie en Roses is a French-Canadian wrestler who never got anywhere playing straight mat rolls around New York, where he developed resin burns on both shoulders from being pinned like his namesake. But converted overnight into Hans Schmidt, a German who, as reports from the German language press found out, couldn't sprechen a Wort of Deutsch. Hans has become one of the best villains in the business, whose success is measured by the amount of hatred he has engendered. Yukon Eric, the Klondike Sourdough, one of Montreal Eddie Quinn's creations, is a really nice lad named Eric Hollenbach, whose theme song is Thanks for the Memories. Tanking was Eric's role until Explorer Quinn discovered the Yukon for him. Before Kohler's star performer Gagne became the Superman and American champion, he was a junior heavyweight whom the likes of Danny McShane, an 180-pounder, threw with the greatest of ease. Now, because of Kohler's television-acquired power, Gagne is played up on a par with Blue Thez, the St. Louis shoemaker, who is the world's champion. In fact, Brickhouse announced to Monday night's crowd that Gagne was the world's champion. Actually, Thez has thrown Gagne 5 times. Sam Mushnick, Lou's manager, is also president of the National Wrestling Alliance, and at the moment he is campaigning to have the Burpers Academy Award, a triple Mickey Finn, in an old tomato can given to Jack Pfeffer as the man who's done the most to help the game. Another Kohler performer is Pat O'Connor, a New Zealander. Whether he's related to the bewhiskered gentleman of the same name who was billed as a sculptor in his incarnation in the wrestling world, I couldn't say. But if this Pat doesn't become a carver of statues, it won't be because he is associated with the finest bunch of chiselers extant. Killer Kowalski, who couldn't kill a cricket, and Barefoot Boy Rocca round out the cast of headliners. Cutting in on Kohler's pork pie are Monsieur Quinn, the pseudo-Canuck, and Frank Tunney of Toronto, Kohler's man Sanity, and a newcomer named Jim Barnett accompanies the Chicago Barons wrestlers wherever they go to see that nobody, especially KO'd Mont, pays them off in Russian rubles of the Tsarist regime. He always gives greenhorn wrestlers in $500 bundles whenever they put the bite on him. The rubles can be converted into Toot's new issue of Barren Island gold mine stock, printed in purple ink with yellow borders and bearing a likeness of Pedro Martinez, the par value of which is -10. Watchdog Barnett is already putting on the dog by staying at a walled-off suite instead of at the Holland, where Toots and the local wrestling mob make their headquarters. Kohler's crowd takes 60% of every show. Toots is now reduced to the role of booker and cuts only Rocca's purses.